Evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Lakeisha McKnight is here, your leadership specialist and your wealth mentor, here with the Leadership TKO Live, right? Leadership TKO Live night show. We're here with the video version. We also have the audio version connected to the podcast platforms. And so we are overcoming. We had a little bit of technical difficulty, which delayed our start. But nonetheless, we are indeed here. And so I just want to welcome everybody aboard to this particular stream on tonight. Again, this is being the Leadership TKO Live night show. So the purpose of this show, for those of you who are not aware, and I actually am looking at my screen right now, what I was going to do was a screen share with the Zoom platform, but it is not working accordingly. So I'm definitely going to share some information with you all. So bear with me as I may glance to another area on my screen, but just know I am paying attention to you all here. And so, yeah, we're here, right here with this night show because we want to empower you with the ability to win from the inside out, growing your influence, your impact, and your income. Those are the three areas of focus for us. And what I'm going to do, okay, what I am specifically going to do is number one, I'm going to be ending a specific thing here. Boom, there we go. But I am going to be starting a watch party. Okay, I'm going to start a watch party in a specific group on Facebook. All right, and it's a group comprised of active women who are building businesses themselves. And so this podcast, this show is for men and women alike. I don't want you fellas to think that I'm just here to really cater and serve women. We also serve men as well. So brothers, listen, I'm all for it. I want to help you to win as well. So that is why we are here. And so let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and get this particular watch party started as well. And I'm continuing with the series that I started. We started talking about some of the scams that Robert Kiyosaki has mentioned. Okay, and I'm going to continue to talk about that tonight. So let me go ahead. I'm going to try to get this party started, this watch party. And then I'm going to check the audio just to make sure that the audio is good as well for this party. Okay, so bear with me just a little bit. All right, so it looks as though we are good. So ladies inside of the group on Facebook, welcome aboard. We are started here. We're actually doing the old school traditional way of doing a live stream on our digital device instead of course, the other means that I was going to use. But nonetheless, we are here, everyone, and we're continuing with this series talking about rich dad scams. So we're not saying rich dad is a scam, but what we're saying specifically is that he's exposing the scams out there, the things that we were commonly told to be true, that we followed as we were coming up as teenagers, as young adults. We were told certain things that are not necessarily true about money. And we're going to expose those things. We are collaborating with Robert Kiyosaki. We're exposing those things. And so we're sharing with you some truths. And so one rich dad scam that we're going to talk about is this concept of living below your means, okay? Living below your means. We were commonly, taught that, to believe we should live below our means, right? Well, that's not necessarily the case, okay? Because living below your means is the idea that you should really not spend more money than you bring in each month, okay? Not spending any more money than what you actually bring in each month. And so here's one fact that I will tell you is that one of the top hits on Google, for live below your means is an article called Want to Get Rich? This is the Secret. And the author of that article advocates for eliminating your debt and creating a small budget to live on, sticking with it even when you get a raise or a bonus or saving that money. Among the tips given in the article was don't go to the mall or act like you have no money or don't use credit cards. Okay. So as the thinking goes by so-called experts, the reason why many people are poor is because they cannot control their spending. You see, as soon as they get their paycheck, they go on a shopping spree. They spend it all on things like clothing, right? Cars and other things. You see, the only way to stop this cycle of financial destruction is living below your means, okay? On the surface, it actually would seem as though it makes sense, right? It seems as though it really does make sense. You shouldn't outspend your income on things like liabilities. That's a core philosophy of Rich Dad, okay, as well. But the idea of living below your means is a scam. You see, only poor people live below their means. Again, I repeat, poor people live below their means. The rich do not live below their means. Let me help you to understand this. The rich do not live below their means. What they do is this: they expand their means. Think about it. It's a mindset shift. You think in terms of lack when you have that thought in your mind of living below your means. Below. Hello. That's like you're beneath something. You're beneath someone, right? They want you to expand your means, thinking about abundance, prosperity. And that is the type of mindset that you need to have. So rather than living below your means, try to expand your means. So you might be saying, well, Lakeisha, how can I go about doing that? Let's hear what Rich Dad says. Let's hear what Robert Kiyosaki says. He says, my rich dad asked, how can I afford that? How can I expand my means? You see, he says, for my poor dad, the world was one of scarcity. He believed that it was there, that if there was something he wanted in life, he needed to deny himself and save his resources for only necessities. He says this, though. He says, to my rich dad, the world was one of abundance. He believed that if there was something he wanted in life, there were many possibilities on how to attain it. Needless to say, my poor dad was wrong when he said the most important lesson he could teach us was living below our means. Here's what Robert Kiyosaki said. He says, I took my rich dad's view of the world to heart and made it my own. He taught me how to expand my means. So you might be thinking, well, Lakeisha, how is it, what is it that you can do to expand your means? And that's what I'm communicating to you today. Rather than trying to live below your means, how about expand your means? How about diving into that B quadrant that Robert Kiyosaki speaks of, and not the traditional B quadrant, because that might also include extra expenses like a commercial property and other type of things that you have to care for, including those that you might hire as employees. That comes with additional expenses. But how about this? How about you consider going out of the box and actually starting a business from the comfort of your home involved in the network marketing model of business? And that's the model of business that I began to see abundance begin to manifest in my household, right? Because my husband and I, we plugged into various type of opportunities. We have to tell you this, right? Many of you probably can say the same thing. But we found an actual home that's not a network marketing opportunity. We found a home that's not an MLM. There are no requirements at all. Everything that we do, a part of this amazing opportunity that we're plugged into, everything is voluntary. There's no required monthly fees. Right? This just like you register for Amazon, you register for Facebook, and there was no cost for any of that. When we plugged into the money system, it was absolutely free, and it still is. It's free to get a wealth account. How many of you have a desire to become a millionaire? How many of you can use some extra income, an extra couple hundred, like $300, $600, $900 every month? How many of you can really just benefit from something like that? And that is exactly what I share with people how to do. We ask people the simple question, and here it comes for you. If I can share with you a way in which you can obtain $2,000 in passive income part-time within the next 90 to 120 days, can I share some powerful information with you, a link that's going to give you an idea of what it is truly all about? And that's what we're doing. Many of us who are plugged in to this wealth building system, we're helping people to be in position to generate $2,000 in passive income per month with an opportunity where nothing is mandatory. Nothing. So if you want to build a wealth empire, if you want to make money, learn how to make money while you sleep so you don't have to work until you die. If you want to be in position to establish generational wealth, if you want to expand your means, like Robert Kiyosaki says, right? So you don't fall into that trap, that scam of living below your means. If you want to expand your means today, get back with me or the person that shared this particular stream with you. It's time. Many people talk about extra streams of income. How about expanding your means under one umbrella? That's right, one umbrella, one company is going to enable you to have multiple streams of income under one roof. And so I want to encourage you, again, ask the simple question, hey, Lakeisha, can you share some information with me? You want to learn about building wealth for your family. You want to be able to leave something behind. If something was to ever happen to you today, tonight, tomorrow, you can pass something on to your children and your children's children. Generational wealth, guys. Generational wealth. That's what this is all about. And so here's what I want you to do. If you enjoyed anything that we've shared tonight about this scam, right? Living below your means. If you've enjoyed the information shared, love the stream that you're watching right now. Love the podcast. For those of you who are listening by way of iHeartRadio and Spreaker, love the stream. And for those of you out there who knows that your network can benefit from this, share this out. Allow them to listen to the replay of this so that they can be blessed and they would have an opportunity to plug into this amazing money system that I was sharing some information on. So again, thank you so much. We're going to be back tomorrow. That's right, tomorrow we're going to be back for another episode here of the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. And we're going to be here approximately 8:30ish because we will have a presentation going on at 9 o'clock p.m. that many of you can access, right? And so we want you to plug into that as well. So until the next time that you and we come together again, I do encourage you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night, everyone, and God bless.